Have you ever felt stuck in thoughts that never seem to stop? As if every little detail carried more weight than it should? This is common for those with a melancholic soul. A look, a silence, a text that never comes, and suddenly the mind builds an entire story. But here's a secret most people never realize. Suffering rarely comes from what actually happens, but from the meaning we attach to it. Today, we're going to explore 3 invisible layers of reality. Once you see how they work, you'll realize life may not be as rigid as it feels, and that there's more freedom inside you than you ever imagined.
We grew up believing reality is just one thing: solid, fixed, unquestionable. But in truth, we almost never live the raw facts. We live the version our mind creates. Think about the last time someone took too long to text you back. The raw fact is simply the absence of a reply. But a melancholic mind quickly spins stories. I must not matter. Something is wrong. I did something bad. And once the story starts, emotions follow. The silence feels heavier than the words that were never spoken. Now think of another moment, walking into a room where people are laughing and someone doesn't look at you. Instantly, the mind begins its theater. They're excluding me. I don't belong here. The body reacts as if that story is carved into stone, even though it may not be true at all. What hurts us most isn't what happens, but the meaning we decide it has. And when you realize that, something shifts. Recognizing the difference between fact and interpretation is like opening a small crack in a dark room. Suddenly, light pours in, and you see the shadows were never as absolute as they felt.
The first layer is the simplest, yet the one we forget most often: sensory reality. It's what's happening right now without judgment or commentary. The sound of your breathing, the glow of light in the room, the texture of fabric under your hands. None of this is good or bad by itself. It just is. For someone with a melancholic temperament, this layer is rarely enough. The mind quickly rushes to interpret, to analyze, to judge. But when you pause and simply notice what is, something shifts. Your body softens, your breath deepens, the weight lifts. Imagine sitting quietly at night, hearing only the hum of the refrigerator and your own heartbeat. Nothing dramatic is happening, yet there is a quiet richness in that simplicity. Or imagine rain tapping against the window. Just sound, just movement without meaning attached. And here's the question: when was the last time you allowed yourself to rest in that simplicity without immediately reaching for an explanation? This first layer is the foundation of life. Simple, direct, unadorned. Returning to it is remembering that peace is already present, right here, right now. This is where melancholics spend most of their time: narrative reality. It's the layer where judgments, memories, and endless analysis live. You don't just see someone's silence, you interpret it as rejection. You don't just notice your messy house, you turn it into proof that you're failing. You don't just remember a mistake, you relive it over and over as if the past had never ended. This second level feels like the real reality because it's where strong emotions live. But it's only one version, created by the mind. And here is where melancholy can become a prison. The mind not only remembers, but dramatizes. A single unfinished sentence from someone can echo in your mind for days, shaping your mood, your sleep, your sense of self-worth. Sometimes old memories return as if they happened yesterday, and you replay them like a film that never ends. The more sensitive the soul, the more vivid the theater. The problem isn't that you feel deeply. The problem is forgetting that there is more beyond the story. Stress, anxiety, and the heavy sense of not belonging are born here, in the narrative layer.
And then we reach the third layer, choice reality. This is when you realize you don't have to believe every single story your mind tells. Here lies the freedom to step back from the raw fact, see the story your mind created, and consciously choose how to respond. Imagine being stuck in traffic. Raw fact, cars are not moving. Narrative, I'm always late, nothing ever works out for me. But if you access the choice layer, you can decide to use that time to breathe, to listen to music, to reflect in peace. Or think of the silence after sending a heartfelt message and getting no reply. Raw fact, no message received. Narrative, they don't care about me. Choice reality, I don't know yet what this means, and I don't need to decide right now. Or imagine receiving criticism. One story says, I'm not good enough. Another says, this could be feedback that helps me grow. Same fact, two completely different realities. And in this layer, you discover something powerful. Melancholy doesn't have to be only a burden. It can become clarity, creativity, and depth. Not only suffered, but consciously chosen.
To practice this, try the 3-layer check-in. Whenever you feel stressed or heavy, ask yourself, 1. What is actually happening right now? Just the raw facts. 2. What story am I telling myself about this? 3. If I could choose, how would I want to respond? This simple exercise creates space between you and your automatic reactions. At first, it might feel strange, almost like you're stepping outside yourself. But within a few days, you'll notice how often you confuse your story with reality. And each time you catch it, the grip loosens a little more. Not everything you feel is absolute truth. Much of it is just a narrative running on autopilot. And in that space of choice, emotional freedom begins. If you recognize yourself as someone with a melancholic soul, remember, you are not alone. Here, we turn intensity into understanding and sensitivity into strength. If this video resonated with you, please hit the like button. It helps this channel reach more people like you. And now, click here and continue with me on this journey through the traits of the melancholic personality. You'll find a special playlist with 4 videos that dive even deeper into this theme.